everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I'm going to show you how I've made this easel block card. That's what I'm going to call this. So if you've made an easel card before, very straightforward. They're probably the most, that and the Z fold are the two most basic folds after a standard size or standard fold card. So they're the ones that I always kind of say to people to try first if you're just getting into that kind of fun fold. But this one here, I've added this piece and it will act as your stopper. So the whole card folds flat. I've done this as a 5x7 size, but once you see how I've done this, you can, you know, adjust it to any size. It's really easy. That will fit into, I'd probably pop it in one of my bouncy envelopes, but you can put it in a box envelope as well. I'll link those tutorials here. And as that comes down, this then will just, you know, tuck itself behind. You've got your space there to write your message, or you could have it on the back if you want. And I think it will work for so many occasions. I see this is a really nice wedding card. I think it's great for masculine cards as well. I've used this gorgeous peacock, which is a magazine gift, along with the papers and that gold glitter card as well, and the sentiment. It all comes in the kit. And then they're just some embellishments from my stash. These little like faceted gems, they worked perfectly. Like the colours catch the light, and it's the same colours that I've used there. And the embossing folder that's also in the magazine as well. So very quick and easy to make. So let me show you how. So it's all in this magazine here, Simply Cards and Papercraft issue 227. And inside you get this here. So you can see you've got that stamp, there's that gorgeous peacock. Then this is where the embossing folder is. You also get, what else it says, 27-piece set including embossing folder, stamps, pattern papers and more. So the pattern papers obviously I've cut into, but there's some more of them. That was the gold. You've got 2 sheets of the gold card. You can see some of the papers I've cut into there, but gorgeous, really, really lovely designs there. So I'll be using some more of those. And you've got a topper sheet there as well. I think there's downloads in the magazine. And also if you want to have a little read about me, there's me on the front, which is always still, I don't know, it's just a nice feeling when you see that. But there's an interview inside there as well. So if you want to get to know me a little bit more, then there's that inside. But there's also tons of lovely inspiration using your gift, along with lots of other card makes as well. So it's a really nice magazine, and I'll link that in the description box below. So I've gone ahead and done all the cutting and everything. I'm just going to go through the scoring. Like I said, very quick and easy to put together, and easy for you to adjust to fit the card sizes that you want to make. So you want a piece of 11.5 by 5. So along the 11.5 side, you're going to score at 1, 2, 3, 4, and then at 8 inches. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 inches. You then want to fold and burnish all of the score lines. Okay, so they're like this. And then we're going to add some glue. I'm going to use the construction glue. So this is the Collall clear construction glue. So I'm just adding that all along the outer 1-inch tab. Okay, so you've got the 4 there, 1, 2, 3, it's on that 4th last one. If you fold it over so you've got 2 of them facing you, and then fold those 2 over, so then you've got the opposite 2. Just give that a burnish, and that's the front block in place. So when you bring that back round, I like to then go over it that way, but you'll see now you get that shape. This is then going to be where we attach the easel part. So that's this piece here. So this is a piece of 4 by 5. It's along the 4-inch side that you're going to score at 3.5. You want to then fold and burnish that one. Now, on the first one I did, I stuck this inside here, and then that's where I had my message, but you saw the joins. So this time I'm going to stick this one away, because you don't actually see the back of this at all, unless you obviously look at the back of the card. So I think it's better to have it there. So I'm going to add my glue on the inside of this one, and then just line that up like so, and then just fold that over. If you do it that way, then you've already got your easel. You'll see now how that will lock itself into there once it's got the weight of the topper. So I'm just going to let that all dry. Then you're going to want to make the main topper. So I've got these pieces already stuck down here. So I've done quite a few mats and layers, because I just wanted to have all those different pattern. So I've got the pattern paper, the glitter, and then that teal colour there, and then the white. So I've got a piece of 5 by 7, which is the white. Then 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, which is the teal colour. Then 4.5 by 6.5 in the glitter, and then 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 in the pattern paper. So I've just stuck those all down on top of each other, and I've used the Collall, so that's just a really nice, you know, heavy weight now that is going to stick onto the bottom half of this, and that will hold that in place there. So I'm going to do that now. We'll get that stuck down, and then I can do the peacocks. I'm going to heat emboss that with you in the video, but I've heat embossed everything else. I do also have a really useful heat embossing video. So for anybody new, or if there's, you know, crafters there that just still kind of stay away from heat embossing, or maybe have had bad experiences with it, because it is very much a Marmite thing. I think people love it, but then they can't always, they get frustrated, I think, more than anything. So check that out, because there's some really useful tips, and I've had some lovely messages from people in the past saying how it's really helped them out. So you can see I've just stuck the bottom half of that over there, and now you'll know when you've got yours, but it's that weight now that you need to drop it into there. You can see already it's starting to hold itself. So I'm going to let that again dry, get rid of the scoreboard. So then I've got all these pieces here. So first of all, I want to stamp and heat emboss the peacocks. So let's take this one here. So you've got Simply Unique, which is what I used on the card that I showed you. This one I've got Thinking of You. So I've already heat embossed that one. I'm going to have a square topper. But you've also got Fly High, Happy Birthday and Be Proud. And you've got the extra feather here as well. And I have heat embossed some of these onto vellum. So I'm going to see how they look. I might not use them, but I thought they could look quite nice as another embellishment. So let's take this one off here. Get my stamping platform. And I'll just show you quickly how you can do this one. So you want to always prepare your card. So this is my 300 GSM smooth cardstock. I've got a hole in the end of mine. I like to tip some of the powder that's inside. Give that a good covering, and really I always go over the top, and I always make sure you get it on your hands and your fingertips, because you'll get your natural oils on your fingertips will leave marks on the card that you may not see, but the powder will attach itself to it. So you just want to make sure that that's not there. Then I'm going to place the peacock. So I've cut this so it fits the peacock perfectly. So I think that's about right. Let's just place that there. Yeah, I think that's good. Pick that one up. And then I've got my Versamarks. This is your Watermark ink. There's lots of other brands, but make sure it's nice and juicy. It's another top tip. If it's dry, it's just not going to work very well. So this one is, I re-inked it not too long ago, so it should still be okay. And then you want to push down so it's all obviously transferring, but you don't want to squash the stamp, because that will squash the ink. Just kind of, you'll lose the detail if you're using a detailed stamp. But now, yeah, I can see that's covered there. So put that to one side. So I'm just using a Nouveau Gold embossing powder here. Again, lots of brands out there. And once you start sprinkling it over, it will grab and attach itself to the stamped image, and you just tap off any excess and your powder should just fall off. You can do a test as well, is cover this with the powder and then just tip this onto it, and if it just all falls off, then you know that your stamped image, you know, is going to work and you're going to get a nice crisp image. But I always like to just go over it again and make sure you get rid of any bits that may attach, but that's pretty good. Pop that away in a moment. So you want to make sure that you heat your gun up for a good 30 seconds before you apply the heat to your cardstock. The less time the heat is on there, the less warping you're going to get. Okay, and then circular motions, and it's grabbing instantly. As soon as that's melted, just move it down, and hopefully it's catching in the light. You'll start to see that lovely gold. Just move that around so you don't burn your fingers. You've got tweezers, or you can hold it on, you know, kind of hold it in place on a heat-proof surface. And then I just go back over in case I've missed any bits. like so. Whilst the card's still warm, it's actually got a nice curve. Just keep it curved in the same direction. So whether it's gone that way or that way, it's easier if you've got a light curve to then flatten that down with your glue. Okay, so you can see there, isn't that gorgeous? So much detail, really, really pretty. And then with the the vellum, you could add a few 3D leaves. You know, you could put some foam underneath them and have, you know, some of these layered on top. You could do loads of them in all different colours. I think that would look cool as well. So let's get rid of that, and I'm going to use, this is when your desk hoovers come in handy. Pick up all that dust. And then I've got this piece here. So this one measured, I don't think I gave you the measurements for this one. So it depends on the image that you're using, but I've done this at 3.5 by 5.5. And then I've got this piece, which is just a little bit bigger. So 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. I've already put foam on the back of that one. And then I'm going to just stick this one directly onto there. So I don't always stick directly onto glitter card with glue. I usually use double-sided tape or foam. But because I'm using the Collall, it will adhere to the glitter. So you just have to hold it kind of down just a little bit longer until it grabs. So just lay that down so I've got the same glittery border. I'm just going to hold that there for a minute. Okay, so that's all stuck down. So then I can take the backing off here. Just fold that all down flat and just line that up. You have a slightly bigger frame between this and the pattern paper. Like so. Again, it's just a bit more weight now onto that piece. And then I've got 3 of these, which are going to be for the top, the front and inside there as well. And these measure 3/4 of an inch by 4 3/4, and those have been embossed along with this piece using the folder in the kit there. And this piece here is 4 3/4 by 2 3/4, and this one is going to go on the bottom here. And then I've got this one, and this is where I'm going to write my message. Now, because this is a thinking of you, I've just got room here to be able to write something, whereas on this one I've got simply unique and then happy birthday. So you can also obviously, you know, put another sentiment in here, but the teal colour is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, and then the white is 4.5 by 3, and that one's going to go there. But because now I've got that join on the back, that's much neater in there. So I'm going to get all of those stuck down. So then I thought with the sentiment, this time I'm going to stick it up here. You can have it on the front, although I do really like it there. Maybe I should do this. I do really like it there, but you can have it there as well. So I'm just going to pop, I'm going to use my quick grab actually for this one. So I'm just going to put a thin bead of glue along the bottom bit there. Depends how much you want to obviously have. You can see how far down. It's about halfway, I guess. I'm bringing mine. Just make sure that it's all nice and straight. So that lines up with the top of this piece here. Yeah, I think that looks really cute. So there's the finished card. So I just stuck with the 3 gems again. So you got them randomly placed there because I needed to cover a little mark, but it does take the eye away from it, and I actually kind of like them as well. A bit random, and then you've got them obviously grouped together on that one, and the circle sentiment and the square. But you can have the sentiment, you know, up here, and you could have maybe a birthday cake stuck on here or something. There's so many different ways to decorate this, and that's what I love. After I've shared the tutorials, I love then seeing what people, you know, make and then share over on our Facebook group. So if you would like to see more inspiration you know, of this card style and many others that I've already made, head over to Mixed Up Crafters. It's a wonderful group, and you'll definitely get lots of inspiration there. So as always, I will link the product that I've used in the description box below. I will have a couple of other tutorials popping up now, maybe something similar, that easel box something. I'll find some tutorials. I've got quite a few now, and maybe you want to watch those next. And if you've enjoyed today and you haven't subscribed to my channel, click on the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell, and then you'll be notified every time I upload something new. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.